Hey guys, and welcome back to a new tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to create your own color correction and also how to upload in a higher quality, just like in my videos. I don't use any upload methods, but I'll be showing you guys how to render and also in which steps you'll be using Topaz and Handbrake as well, and how to send it to your phone. So you can just do it as me, and hopefully you'll be having a good quality on TikTok as well. For those who don't know me already, I am Dark on TikTok. I recently got over 40k followers. I really appreciate it, and I hope we'll be growing even more. And I know a lot of you guys waited for me to post this tutorial. But yeah, the time has come. I was lazy, to be honest, and yeah, well, I'll be doing it now. So let's get started. So first let me get any clip. Okay, so for this tutorial I'll be using this clip here. So okay, first thing you have to do is create an adjustment layer with Control Alt and Y. Create an adjustment layer and then go to the effects, and you can type in looks. This is very important, and you only get this for having the Magic Bullet Looks plugin. If you don't have it, you can join into my Discord server and get the plugin and everything else as well. So now after you put the looks in, you're going to press onto edit, and now this will bring up a new pop-up screen where you'll be editing the most of the color correction. So we are going to open the tools right here, and now you can just put spot exposure, increase the stops just a bit, maybe like 0.5, and you can also make it a bit higher, since if you like editing, most of the clips, the face part is like above the half of the format, or like if you're editing any real life content, it's mostly a bit higher, so you can just increase the center Y. And also, if you want my exact color correction, you can get it in my Payhip. The link is also in my bio on TikTok. You can just go there, buy it if you want to. I'll be showing you guys how to make an old color correction. This will be mainly for a dark CC, but I'll be also showing you very quick how to do like a lighter one, because I also use one sometimes. So yeah, you can just add the spot exposure. Then we go on to the tools. If there's like any effect you see here that you'd like to have or just test around, feel free to do that, of course, or you can just follow my steps. Yeah, the spot exposure is just like a normal exposure thing, but it will be concentrated on one area and not the whole screen. So now the next thing we can add is this one, S curve. This will be very important. This is like to make it a dark CC or a lighter CC. So you can just go into this middle circle here and just drag it a bit down like this. And now you can just grab this whip here and go a bit to the left. You can mess around how you want it. and then we go to tools again and go for lens vignette. This will be making the curves, like the edges, making it darker. So we can just increase it. Like this. You gotta look how it looks on your screen. I think we'll be deleting the spot exposure. I think it's better for the lighter CCs. And actually let me switch the clip because it's a bit light. I think this clip should work out. So this is currently without color correction and this is with. We are going to go into looks again. And we can add another lens vignette like this. Also increase the vignette number here and the strength. We want it to be more dark, but not too much. Okay, like this. Now we can add an haze effect. This will give it like lines on your screen. You can put the tint color onto white, or you can go onto, I don't know, a bit blue, red, whatever you want, but we'll just go for the normal white one. And then you can mess around with this settings here. We'll be putting the pillages down. So this is how many lines there are basically. So if I put it off, you can see the difference right now. And this is the haze flare is definitely in the lighter color correction in. So you don't have to do it on the dark CC, but you can do it. Just not that much, and definitely soften it out. Yeah, like this. Yeah, I don't think we need anything in the lens anymore. I can show you how you do a lighter color correction. So for that, you don't need the lens vignette because it's darkening the clip, and you have to do the opposite here. So you'll be putting this whip down, just a tiny bit, maybe higher, dragging it up. And also not too much strength on the haze here. And you can also add a clarity, this one. But not too much, just a bit. Yeah, this is fine. And maybe we can add a vignette in, but just softer. Yeah, I do think this is definitely not bad. There's also an edge softness if you want something like that. I mean, it just gives it like a blur on the edges if you like something like that. But I don't personally use it. So this is without color correction, and this is like lighter, so it gives it more color a bit, saturation, and the haze as well, and just clarity, so it's a bit more better to look at. But that will be it for the lighter color correction, but we'll be concentrating on the dark one. So we can just do it as it was before, so about like that, and then we can just go out. And also you can add the spot exposure on the lighter color correction. So this is the current look for the color correction. It's definitely very good. You can use it as this, but there's also a few things we can also add. So we can add an unsharp mask. Like this. And okay, if you zoom in, it will basically make it a bit smoother, but it also gives it a bit more pixels, but you will be changing it as well. You can just add this one in, just gives it kind of like a more clarity, I suppose. Yeah, don't mess around on the settings really. You can just leave it, maybe just the amount a bit down. Not about 50 should be fine. And then we'll be adding denoiser. So this will basically make it smooth as well, like Topaz. Topaz will be doing most of the work, of course, but this will just do it already a bit. So you can just reduce the noise, go up. You can just mess around. However you want it. Okay, I do think this is really good right now. So if we put it off, looks like this without, and if you put it on, okay, you can see how it's smoothing out the parts here. So this is without, you see, not the best, and then with just makes it a bit smoother. And then you can add a detail preserving upscale. Here we can also reduce the noise. So just put it up. And the detail I think also. Let's just look how it is without. As you can see, it even makes it better. But it also makes this line disappear a bit. And on the ears. So you can just reduce noise it is. So basically the effect sees these lines as like pixels he want to disappear or make them go away. So you can don't go that much high. I think 50 is definitely not bad. So this also changes it. If you, I know I zoom in a lot, But if you look at this, like the eyebrow part, this is without and then with. It just makes it better. And then the last thing you can add is a really cool effect. It's called BCC Cartoon Look. This effect makes, as you can see right now with the basic, it makes the lines you can see more thick and more visible. So you can mess around here. You just gotta look around what's best. Let me just put these down. Okay, so the line width is very important. We don't want to go up that much. Let's first go on to like 0.4, and then the line softness, very important. This looks not bad at all. And line threshold, okay. Yeah, this gotta be down definitely. Maybe even in the minus area, but just a tiny bit. Let's go like -10. So this is without, and with, as you can see, basically gives it a sharpen more, and it just looks way better. Yeah, I don't really think we don't need that much to add. Yeah, you can maybe mix with original to blend it in more. I wouldn't go that high though. I think 10 is alright. So this is what we got. This is with color correction, and this is without. With color correction, without. So you can just follow all the steps I did here to have the exact same one, or you can do how I also showed you, do the lighter color correction for some clips. I use them like on aesthetic clips where you need like more colors, a good saturation and stuff. You can just use it like that. And now I'll be showing you how to render, how I render. You go into composition, add to render queue. I don't use media encoder. And then click onto this button here to bring up the settings, and only change the format to QuickTime. This will make it into a MOV. It will have a lot of file size, but it will keep most of the quality. Now you can just add any name you want and then render it. And now you can just you know how to render your clip. Now I'll be explaining how to do the editing steps. So first you add a sound, and then you'll just editing all the clips you have. So just finishing your edit, but without any effects. So only clips and the zooms, the transitions. No effects though. You can use blur curves like for the zooms, that's alright. Or like normal null objects, I don't know how you want it. Don't add any effects that changes the color or something, or just gives it a blur. Don't add stuff like that. And after the clips are perfectly on beat and everything is done, You can then render it as I showed with QuickTime. Then you'll be adding that into Topaz with your settings. You'll be topazing it one time with the original resolution, so 1080 by 1080, and then after that one is done, you'll be adding that again into Topaz, but with the 2x upscale, and then that one that came out you'll be adding into After Effects again. And also if you add it back in, it will be because you did a 2x upscale, it will be zoomed in, so you gotta zoom out. So first mute the audio, the layer you put in after the second topaz, and then open up the scale and bring the scale to 50. So 100 is always the normal, it's 1080 by 1080 100, but since the second topaz was the 2x upscale, it just makes it half, so it's 50 now. So don't forget, if you add it back in, to make the scale onto 50, and then you can finish your whole edit, but do not add any text or watermark. And then you can render it again with QuickTime, of course, put that final edit into Topaz and do the exact same steps, so 1080 by 1080, and then put that into the Topaz again with the 2x upscale. Then you can put it back into After Effects, make your watermark, and also if you have any text, put them on. Then you can render the final edit, and after that one is done, also in QuickTime of course, you can put that edit into Handbrake. For Handbrake settings you can look around on YouTube, there's a bunch of settings. Just look what looks best for you to decrease the file size, because TikTok will mess up the quality of that. So decrease the file size with that, so TikTok cannot compress it that much. And after you've done the Handbrake, you can send it to your phone with Work Upload. That's what I used mostly. So you can just click here, select your edit, and you get a link. You can set the link to yourself. I don't know where you want to send it. If it's Telegram, Discord, just send it to yourself, the link. Open the link on your phone, download it, and then it says where you want to share the link, the video, and you'll be selecting sharing it to TikTok, and then you are automatically in TikTok with the video in, and then you can just post it there. Or you can also go onto Telegram and post, like send it to yourself, the video. That's also fine. And don't forget to only select here and on Telegram the video after the Handbrake, so the final video, and then you can just normally post it. So yeah, that will be it for the tutorial. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped a lot of you guys, since a lot of people asked me for that. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave it down in the comments. What tutorial you also want next, just let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.